in different articles in different magazines. Um, so you will for sure for 100% get your information. Okay, let's start. I think that everyone who will be late will be able to watch everything in the recording. Um, well, I want to say hi to everyone. Glad to see so many people today. Probably some of them are newbies and hear about Watford LLC for the first time. Lots of people are already shareholders and already know how everything works. For who don't know me yet, who did not attend the first conference, I want to do a quick introduction. My name is Helen Castro, and I'm a team lead from Austria, Vienna. As I taught for the first time at the first conference, I have gained a unique experience that I want to share with you. And of course, would like to point that at the moment, I'm already a legal representative of Watford LLC here in Austria. Several days ago, I have reassigned the contract with the holding, and now I am legally working for the company. And by the way, for people who want to have their own offices and become representatives of the holding, you have a good opportunity to do that, as holding provides lots of bonuses and benefits for people who are becoming an official representatives. Let's at first divide the conference to two main parts. The first one will be the part about the liability, subsidiaries, and of course about the insurance. That is also very important, and people keep asking me about that. And the second part will be, of course, back office, quick review on the shareholders panel, and of course, answering your questions. Let's at first talk about the shares. So as you can see, I have found some information, some links for you, and today I'll share them with you. Let's find the definition of share. What is a share? In financial markets, a share is a unit used as mutual funds, limited partnerships, and real estate investments trusts. The owner of shares in the company is a shareholder, a stockholder of the corporation. A share is an indivisible unit of capital expressing the ownership relationship between the company and the shareholder. And probably the most needed sentence for us, the income received from the ownership of shares is a dividend. Shareholders of four subsidiaries, Goldmine BMD, New Millennium Wind Energy, EDV Recycling, and Marijuana Diet, has a certificate that meets US standards and the purchase sale contract that sets out the basic conditions for the shareholders. So as we all know, what is the share and what are the benefits of buying the shares? And the benefits and bonuses are pretty great if you buy it with Watford LLC. Let's scroll a little bit and talk about the liability of the holding. That is also very important for people who are buying shares and who are investing their own funds in this business. As for Watford LLC, you can find it in Google Map. Let's start and watch it like that. You're able to see, let's scroll and watch a little bit closer on the map, that Watford LLC is situated in one of the biggest towers in Seattle. You're able to find it on the Google Maps. And of course, you're able not just to see it in Google, but also in Google you will find the information about the office, the registered official office, and of course the telephone number where you can call and ask the main information about the holding, talk about how to buy shares and stuff like that. They can give you a great support about that. As for you're able to see that the company is completely legal if you insert the holding into Google, as you will see it on the Google map, as I already told you. As for the liability, according to the US government, you're able to see that holding Watford LLC is officially registered holding. It is registered with Washington Secretary of State. Just for you to understand, here's the site. You're able to see that it's corporation search. You insert Watford LLC, point search, and after that you'll be able to see that there are four Watford that are registered with corporations and charities filling system. You will be able to see according to the certificate. The certificate is you are able to see on your shareholders panel. The UBI number, that is pretty easy to find in your certificate when you register in the holding. You point out this UBI number and you can see that Watford LLC has principal office street address. Here is it, Columbia Tower. You can see that it is situated in the United States, Washington. And the most important for us is that the business status of this holding is active. That means that it is working. What was the most important for me, just for watching the information here, was that the period of duration is perpetual. That means that this certificate was given for a lifetime. The other way of understanding and researching the data about the holding is to watch it on Open Corporates. I can show you how to do it. It's very easy. You open the Open Corporates link and you're able to insert Watford LLC. As you can see, here's 263 companies. You exclude inactive. Now it's only 151. For an easier search, you're able to point by jurisdiction about the states. You just find Washington here, point on Washington, and here is it, Watford LLC, Columbia Tower, 42nd floor, Seattle. You are watching that here's the same information, company number, its UBI number, the same as on the certificate, as you can see. One more thing, the same, that a registered office, a jurisdiction, Washington, and here the registry page where you can find all the information and where it was certified. Okay, let's go on. I wanted to show you the main site of the holding. For example, we'll start from the front. Here's the Columbia Tower. Somewhere here you will be able to see up in the top the registered office of Watford LLC. You are able, if you go on the main site, you're able either to log in as if you're a shareholder already, or to click on registration and register here and receive a good income for a lifetime. I wanted to point one great thing. Richard Watford is a really unique person who gave us an opportunity to provide a new business model of business. What does it mean? It means that in order to eliminate fraud and prevent financial losses of its investors, he created a system of interaction that excludes any intermediaries, contractors, and third parties, leaving only two main links in the work chain: the client and the company. That is a P2C model. That means that the in this year, in 2019, his people to company system was fully tested and launched on Watford CORP. That allowed us shareholders uh, mm, be able to buy the shares and receive good profit from it. Thanks to all necessary documents and licenses, as well as a formal agreement between the company and the client, each of the parties can be sure of the protection of their own interest and safety of their own funds. Let's go just a little bit talk about the subsidiaries. Watford LLC Corporation has four subsidiaries and have an opportunity um, um, have an opportunity with all these four subsidiaries. You'll be able to have an opportunity to buy the shares using this new business. As for the new Millennium Energy, new Millennium Wind Energy, you are able to receive the information not only from the main site, but also from Watford Corp. Here you also can see lots of details. Richard Watford, lots of videos, by the way, about new Millennium Wind Energy. If you go, for example, to the main site, you are able to see that it was renewed a little bit. Uh, you are able to see the products of the company, the wind generators and solar panels. And the most interesting thing is first ever turbine. It's the patent wind turbine that was used for commercial and industrial use. Probably in several years, you'll be able to see these wind turbines everywhere. In the internet, you are able to see lots of information about New Millennium Wind Turbine and the plant, for example. The project of this plant you can see at the moment on the video. It was pretty tough, and as you can see, the video was uploaded at 2012, so this plant already exists, and you're able to also to see the information about this plant on several articles, in several articles, for example, in newtonkansas.com. It's an official US magazine. As for the second subsidiary, um, let's go to Gold Mine BMD. The second, but well, the first, but not the least. The Gold Mine BMD. We can find lots of information about the Gold Mine BMD, not only on the internet, not only here on the main site, but also not only on watford.com, but also on the main site of Gold Mine BMD. If you want to have lots of information about the mines they're operating in, for example, about the Olympic Dam, about Lihir or Boddington, these are the mines that are working at the moment. You're able to see all this information, not just only on the internet, not just only on the websites, but in Google, in different research, in different medias. What I think is really important, that they have a last year annual report that you can also watch on Goldmine BMD. What does it mean? This Goldmine BMD audit report for this year enables us to watch the profits. What do the company did this year? How much was the income for this year? What was the reputation? Everything. Really, lots of different useful information. Also, by the way, very important thing for the companies is authorized capital. So you are able to see all that stuff here on the side. Um, as for the third subsidiary, EDV Recycling, in the modern world, the problem of recycling is of global importance and is one of the most important problems of the world. EDV Recycling is involved in the collection and recycling of garbage in different parts of our planet. Um, it actively uses and collaborates with the project Plastic Bank. I thought that you definitely already know about that. You're able, by the way, to upload this plastic. As you can see right now, I'm scrolling the partners of the company, very important and very famous partners. For example, like Henkel, like Aurel, like Era. Um, Of course, the company did not bypass the problem of the world ocean. So there are lots of social problems that they're discovered and already finding a solution for it. The shareholders of this company will always receive stable dividends because this area, world ocean, is actively and very relevant today and will be very important in the future to not just to solve this problem, but to able people. I think that this company will definitely get an opportunity for other people to find not just a solution, but maybe bits by bits, people will understand that pollutioning and polluting the ocean, rivers, and other grounds is very, very bad. And with the help of this company, with the help of being a shareholder, you will be able to tell other people that it's wrong, that we need to do something with it. You are able to find lots of information about EDV on different researches and different articles, like different magazines and different links, like Big Country, for example. Yes, FM, like WRC you're able to read and understand the vulnerability of the problem that we have at the moment. As for the fourth subsidiary, Marijuana Diet, probably pretty interesting company as for me, as it deals with medical cannabis. The company was found as a startup in the field of pharmacology and cosmetology, thanks to a long and diligent study of the properties of cannabis. The company's specialists concluded that the content of useful properties and its composition has a very positive effect on human health. The company has its own cannabis farm, um, and in Canada, and its production of body creams, vitamins in capsules, care and hygiene products are very, very useful, and it's a main trend at the moment. Uh, this field of activity promises great prospects because people used cannabis 5,000 years ago. You're able to watch all the information here on the site, or just go and watch everything on Watford CORP. As you can see, lots of information about marijuana diet on different resources too, like ABC, uh, menafn.com, lots of stuff. Um, let's I'll probably end with one of the most hot topics, the insurance. I think that everyone are interested about the insurance of the company. What is it? How people should use it if something will happen? I'll try to give you all the answers, and if I won't be able to help you, well, you still have the support, and you're able to contact them too, and maybe receive the answers to your questions there too. As for the insurance, as I told you, people keep asking about that. That is pretty important. Um, Watford LLC can guarantee that with the help of its partner Prudential Financial, your savings will be safe. As you can see, I'll just point it in Google, and you can see that lots of information. Let's go, for example, at first, I already opened the link on the main site. As you can see, the Prudential Financial is dealing with the different types of insurance. It's dealing with investors insurance, life insurance, health insurance, retirement. Well, for us, of course, important is investments. As you understand, investments in what we're almost all interested in. So, what is the process of insurance and how to make sure that your shares are insured? You will ask. Well, at first, you have the insurance contract that is on your shareholders panel and valid certificate. So if something will happen, you're able to contact Prudential with all and provide all the papers, all and of course your valid certificate, and be able to receive the help and receive the earnings that earns that you invested into Watford LLC. How is the process going? You take all the documents that you have. As I told already, the certificate, the contract with the Prudential, write to Prudential Financial Support, and you send them all the documents, send them the valid passport or a URD card or anything that you wish that is valid, of course. Send all these details to them, and they're taking all the insurance on them. So you understand that all that things, that it's not a company that is just started working. It's the company that works for a long time and deals with lots of partners, have millions of dollars as the capital. So you should understand that it would definitely, you should definitely be sure that all of your finances and funds will be saved with, at first, is what with Watford Corp, and for the second, it would be saved with the Prudential Financial. Well, let's do it like that. Let's stop for a minute. I'll read your questions and we'll try to answer them. Let's just um 10 minutes for your questions. I will be able to answer them. Okay, how many shareholders does the Watford LLC currently have? It's a wonderful question. I think that you at first, for sure, need to contact the support. I can only say that how many partners do I have? For now, the partners who are already shareholders, who are not just registered but bought shares, I have 500. It's not big. It's not small amount, but those are the partners that I work with for a long time, that I completely and for 100% trust. And those people trust in me, and not just brought here the money to just an investment or a project, but brought the money to a legit business that will work for years. Uh, one more question. Is it possible to see your face just to know who is leading the webinar? Thank you for the question. The question is wonderful. You are able to do that after the webinar and contact me directly, and we'll be able to talk face by face. It's not an issue. I'm not hiding from anyone. You're able to do that. I think the our moderators will be giving the links, the our my number in particular, and you'll be able to see me. We'll be able to talk either to Skype or to use WhatsApp or Telegram. It's not a big issue. You will choose. So the next question. Mm. Adam, yes, this is more important. Which company from Watford Corp has biggest grow up from the last webinar? You mean how many people were registered on the webinar at the conference the last time? Well, these statistics you for sure are able to ask the moderator. I'm not the moderator, I'm the speaker. Okay, what is no then? Rephrase then. I'm trying to scroll the question and uh, yes, the webinar is recorded. The dividends increase slightly. Well, the shares in prices increase and increase pretty well as the income of the companies are growing. The dividends are also increasing, not that much, but still they are increasing. Last three. You mean it's still the question to the moderator as for the last webinar. I think that we are a little bit out of the topic. Let's talk about the shareholders, and Watford LLC, but not about the amount of people, okay? Or either rephrase your question and I'll answer it, because the previous time we held the conference for one people, and now we have other people, new people here. So please ask the moderator. I think that he'll give you all the information above. I still don't understand what do you mean. It would be much better if you call. Okay, let's have several more questions and we'll just go to the second part. You mean companies growing in the same model? You're meaning that, for example, you having the shares that are pretty much the same in price for these four companies? No, it is everything is regulated but by the holding. You should understand that, for example, if you see the gold, the price, the income of gold is one, the income of EDV Recycling is the second one. You may understand that the marijuana diet, the product company may have a bigger income, but still the share prices are probably pretty much the same. Yes, it's pretty interesting question. I'll try to answer it. Um, as I already told you, the holding regulates an opportunity for you to buy the shares. Just imagine, for example, uh, the if the gold mine BMD will have the shares that will cost like $300 per share, and for example marijuana that will have the share prices like for $100 shares. It will be a big increase, so it would be not valuable. Richard Watford did it like that for people to be able to have stable income from all these four companies. The income of these companies can be different, but the income from your dividends and from the shares will be pretty much the same. The Also one more important thing, there are different as you if you watched PDF, you should understand that there are different amount of shares uh, that were able to buy. For example, just in Goldmine BMD company, you're able to buy like 70. I don't remember exactly. I'll tell you just for annual, like 70 million shares. And in Marijuana Diet, like 40 million. Yeah, just imagine the increase how just try to the holding just try to sustain and give us an opportunity to have a stable income. That's why it is doing like that. It's not about the thing that the income of all these four companies is the same. No, it's not. You're able to ask the support, have the annual reports and understand what is the capitalization and how much what income do they do? Okay. Who do we contact if want to expand Watford in my country? Okay. For example, the process of my contacting. I'll just tell you step by step for you to understand how will it be, how will you do it, and how you should do it. At first, you need to write on the support of Watford LLC an official request where you are writing that my name is like for example mine like Helen Castro. I want to be an official representative of your holding, like in Austria, Vienna, or I don't know, in Africa or in Italy, in Spain, doesn't matter. They are writing you the special paper where they have the special request for you. Like you need to send them the curricula vitae, the recommendations and stuff like that. If you want to work, it's just the hiring a person for work in the big company. You understand how to do that. You have a 3 months probation pay period. If you do everything well, you are able to end this probation period a little bit earlier. And of course, you sign the working contract. After the probation period, you need to re-sign this probation contract to a legal one, and and after that, you are becoming an official representative with the salary, with all the bonuses and money for traveling, with all the money for all the expenses and stuff like that. With all that things, you are able to write the support, and you will be able to ask them all the questions above. Um, Okay, is it possible to visit the office in Seattle? Yes, you're able to visit the office in Seattle. It's not that tough. At first, you need to call the office. You're able to see the number either on the main site or on, for example, even on Google Map. You're able to call the office and go there. It's not an issue. Yes, our moderator send you the details. Okay, let's start the second part of the webinar. I'll tell you a little bit about the shareholders panel and show it on my shareholders panel, and then you'll have 10 more minutes to ask the questions. Okay, let's start. Sorry. As you can see, that's my shareholders panel, verified, the number. Let's start from the statistics. Here you can see the statistics for new Millennium wind energy, uh, the growing of the shares, how it grew, and of course, lots of other things. As you can see, how many shares I have, the balance earned, and stuff like that. The same thing will be on Goldmine BMD, the statistics, the rising of the shares, the EDV Recycling, the same thing. Here you also will be able to see the information about the company. And the last but not the least, marijuana diet, the same. Um, you'll be able to see the same thing. The shares, information about the company. What I want to point, for whom who don't know what is Inwallet, Inwallet is a certified payment system that you use to replenish your balance on the company. So Inwallet is your wallet inside the holding. You're able to replenish it with the help of Payer, Bitcoin, Ethereum. You just point on replenish. Also, the very important and very interesting thing, the thing is that if you're having a big shareholder community, you're able to transfer amount to the card of your shareholder, the amount that is needed. For people who want, for example, to buy the shares, but for now just don't have an opportunity. Shares, let's go to shares. As you can see, the certificate that you receive after you are purchasing the share, your name, the price. I bought it not long ago. You are able to download it in different formats. One more interesting thing, here's the days to sale. So I'm able to sell those shares of common in 360 days. As you can see, I already bought pretty much, so some of my shares I will be able to sell in 286 days. So I will share with you if I will want to sell it or not. Here you also can find the contract, an official one, uh, with general provisions, terms, and so on and so on, about the buyer and seller, about Watford LLC and you, especially. It is the contract for buying shares. Um, Here you can see my dividends for different companies. Pretty much, as you can see, you're able to receive dividends every day and have a round trip to a good income. As I bought with my husband the shares in different days, well, right now I almost every day I receive. Okay, what else? The reputation, shareholders, and chat. Chat is very interesting thing. You are able to chat with your shareholders if you have one, with your partners together in this, not just on WhatsApp, on Telegram. You are able just to enter this chat and talk there about different things like about shares or just to say hello. If you have any questions, you're able to get to this page and see all the necessary information. But of course, if you won't be able to find the needed information for you, you're able to go to Watford support and ask them directly if something just happened. uh, I'll tell you, I will show you one more thing. You also have a statistics. I have just slightly forgotten about that. Here you can see the dividend schedule, the profit, yeah, and of course your account. From this, your account I did not withdraw yet. I'll show you how to do it right now. How to withdraw, for example, on the balance on Inwallet from the balance of the company. You're going to my accounts. Here you can see the five lines. Those lines are for 4 companies and one for a reputational bonus. I think that we'll have a little webinar in a while about the reputation itself. It is dealing mostly for people who really want to have big partners and big amount of partners and to want to introduce this business to lots of other people. This thing, this last line is for that. So, oh, one. Okay, wonderful. Uh, in a while, I'll be able to see all this withdrawn money on the balance of my wallet. It is happening pretty fast, so I think that we're able to see them already. Yes. From this Inwallet, I'm already able to withdraw those money to the payment system that I have chosen. Uh, let us do it that way. At the moment, if you have any questions about, for example, the shareholders panel, please ask. Um, let's just, I'll just try to answer them. Uh-huh. Maybe you want to see something on your on my shareholders panel that you're interested. Maybe you have several questions about the shareholders panel that you did not understand before and want to understand at the moment. Um, okay. What about my referral system? What do you mean by you mean you want to watch my referral system, or you want to talk about the referral system? The reputation is pretty tough to understand at first, but if to say, for example, a little bit in less words, you're able to gain the good career here and gain a good reputation in the holding, and be able to receive the bonuses and percent not only from your dividend, not only from your shares and receive dividends, but also receive percent from your shareholders too. For example, if your shareholder, if your partner, or the person from your shareholder community that you will build um, will buy the shares, you will receive 8% from them up to the lifetime. That's pretty interesting in the matter of gaining more partners, of course. But what I also liked in the business, that if you don't want to invite anyone and build your shareholders community, you're allowed not to do that. You're just able to buy shares and receive the dividends from your shares, and not thinking about how to explain what to do and stuff like that. Okay, the shares exist on the stock market. What is the effect, the growth on it? Okay, pretty interesting question too. As I explained you at the beginning of the webinar, uh, the Richard Watford, just to eliminate and prevent financial losses of investors, created a system called P2C. This business system excludes any intermediaries, contractors, or third parties. You won't be able to find these shares on the stock market, just because Richard Watford, when there was a big stock falling, he lost lots of money, millions, and after that he just gained a unique experience and understood that it's not for him, that he'll build something pretty much unique, and will try to do his best, not to let people to just pay other people, pay third parties, and not receive anything. Just imagine, for example, if you buy the shares on the stock market, who do you need to pay? The stock market, the percent. People like brokers, who will you also need to have, they should have the profit from you, and they will have it. So everything is excluded. He left only two members, the company and you. That is pretty cool, and I think that with this P2C model, people will definitely work, and I'm hoping that in future, not only Watford LLC, but he'll give an example to lots of other holdings companies, not only in the US but outside, and all other people and all other companies will be able to um, just not just to go on uh, uh, go on like that, but to receive the example of the right business model. Okay, let's do it. So one more question, and we'll going to an end. Okay, I'm waiting for the last question, and we'll for today we'll probably end. Um, I think that all people who were invited here got The reference income. Okay. Just remember that it was the last question. The reference income. It's pretty easy. You, for example, you're inviting a person, you're adding the person to your shareholders community. Uh, he is buying shares, and you're receiving 8% for a lifetime um, from his dividends. If this person if this person is adding a partner to his chain, you will receive 5%. So you understand, it's a 10 line in depth. From 8 up to 1% you will receive from the reference income. It's pretty good. You will be able to receive liability and back office documentation. I think that our moderator will send you all the link about how to check, not just my links that are open, but you will all be able to open those links by yourself, insert the information and data into it, and be able to check by yourself the liability and the legit, if it's legit or not. I think that everything will be proven, and you will be able to receive like that all the information. Okay, wonderful. Our moderator sent you the link. Please do me a favor and send also the two links on open corporates and SOS if it's possible. Yes, of course. But I'll be able to send you the Telegram or WhatsApp. I don't know of where. Can I make the video? Okay, I asked for one question, but now I have several more. Okay, Navid, you will be the your question will be the last. Okay. What is the 11% fee? I told on the first conference about the taxes. What is very important thing to notice that company and holding is completely legit because they are having taxes. So they are paying the taxes instead of you for the income. Why you need to register and write down your country. Uh, you need to do that because the holding needs to understand how much percent to take and how much do they need to pay. Uh, Navid, the last one. Can I make video from inside the company? What do you mean from inside the company? You mean from inside the company of the office or from inside of the back office? Yeah, wonderful. You're that's the best ending. You're able to contact the support Watford corp.com office. Well, that will definitely be agreed with the support. Write down to support, and they will tell you how are you able to get the interview at the office, and will you be able to have the video because it's confidential information, and you for sure should understand that people there have legal documents. It's a holding. It's not just a company that works with several people inside. So that you should definitely agree with the support Watford carp.com. If it deals with the common shares, yes, 1 year. Premium shares, 30 days. Wonderful. Well, I think that the questions would be definitely enormous, and we won't stop here. I'm hoping that I gave you most necessary information that I could. Um, I'm glad that you attended the second Watford LLC International Call Conference. I'm waiting for your feedback. Please, you are able to receive the links, to receive the telegram and numbers from our moderators, to receive other information, just to contact me directly and be able to receive all the necessary information after that. I'll be able to answer everything. I was really glad that you all attended today. Uh, I think that we'll see each other soon. Please write the topics. What do you want to see the next? And have you all the nice week and wonderful profits as we all will gain with Watford LLC.